This is gonna be so dumb. This is so dumb. Oh my god, this is so dumb. Oh, we campfire in the background. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. Oh, buddy. This has to be one of the most stupidest things I've ever done in my life. We might be doing this right now. I should mute the overlay, anyways. God. My voice is actually so cooked. I'm gonna try not fumble over any of my words, even though I know it's gonna happen. This is the hardest video, actually. It might be stupid. It is pretty funny, to be fair. There should just be a clip of this. Just any random clip of me reading the Declaration of Independence. You just post it and in the server and people are like, what happened? They just like not know what happened on stream when they left. They just come back, just a clip of me reading the Declaration of Independence. That'll be so funny. I have no idea how to say that word. Hath shown? Hath shown. Jesus. Freaking people in the 1700s, dude. Help! Help! This is gonna be something, alright? It's gonna be something. What it is, I don't know. There's no place to hold my microphone really good. Right there, I guess. You just hold it like this, I guess. That's a good, like, ASMR volume, I guess. Close enough, right? This is probably good. I wouldn't see why it's not actually. How loud is it in OBS? Am I picking up? Not that loud, actually. Right in the green, so. I need my laptop. Oh, yeah. It was right here, but it's hath shown. Hath shown. I just didn't know how to say it because it was weird. It looks like it's Scottish. Well, it's not Scottish, but, you know. It's hath shown. It's like how we just have 10 hours of continuous crackling fire sounds for sleep in the background. I don't know if that shows up in... Does that show up in OBS? Yes, it does. Okay. Well, this is going to be something, that's for sure. Do you want to go grab your laptop? It is very weird. Actually, is there like, I don't really know, because I feel like it would be good, because like reading, and like you read by the fireplace, but it's not a very good crackling fire, to be honest with you. It's very crackly, but like, I don't know, it's kind of odd. It's very all at once. So let me try to find a different one. Hold on. What should we do? We should do crackling. Let me just do this. That's an actual song called Fireplace. I Hate You. Medieval tavern ambience. It's an hour long. It shouldn't take more than an hour, right? Imagine if someone random show up in here. Of course you did. You always catch that. Littlest things you pick up on. This is actually good background audio. Nice. Anyways, should probably get to actually doing the thing. So you sure you don't want to go? Actually, do you want to go grab your laptop for clips? Because that would be really funny. That would be quite funny. What was the pain cord notification look like? ASMR reading. I have no idea what we're gonna do if somebody else shows up. And actually, why am I still in a Discord call? That was odd. Let me just put this back up here so I don't have to be holding it the whole time. I don't know. Yeah, that is true. It is, 1 a.m. I don't know. What I could do is after I'm done doing that, I could go back and make a clip of it. Yeah. When do you get out of school? It's this week, isn't it? You get out of school this week? Oh god. Jesus. How awkward it would be if somebody else randomly joined this. I don't think people are necessarily going to YouTube for ASMR stuff. 2 weeks? Oh my god. Jesus. We get us, well, me specifically, me, Nikolai, and Hayden get out of school this Thursday. Very awkward. It would be very awkward. Anyway. Get the voice nice and warmed up, I guess. It's my chair so creaky all of a sudden. This is something. It's something, alright. I'll tell you what, it is something. I keep hitting that corn on the desk every single time I pull the microphone out. Anyways. This is too funny. I'm not sure what voice to do it in. I don't know. I don't know if to do like the really close whisper or just like right here. This right here kind of seems good. At least to my ears, which I can barely hear myself, but this is the best stream ever. Oh my goodness. Because I know Nikolai is probably going to go back and watch this whole thing, so. Well, probably not the whole thing, but you know. Shall I get started? That's a lot of reading to do. I'm reading all the things. Should I say who signed it too? Actually, I don't think I can just say I borrowed that. John Hart, Carter Braxton, Francis Lightfoot Lee. Lightfoot? What kind of middle name is Lightfoot? Thomas Lynch Jr., Thomas Hayward Jr., John Hancock, that's a lot of reading to do. Okay. This is going to be an interesting one, to say the least. I don't know where to do pauses, to be honest with you. Because I don't know if I can... Well, I can't read it all in one breath, but... Oh well. I'll take this. I could probably be a voice actor. Maybe. I don't know. Can I technically use this as an audition if I really wanted to? Just reading the entirety of the Declaration of Independence. This might be absolute cinema. Oh, maybe. I don't know. I don't really think I'm fit for it personally. I don't know. I ain't got that good of a vocal range, to be honest with you. Anyway, enough stalling, I think. I think I should actually start doing this. Let's see how many times I can try to get through this without stumbling on my words. I could just push through it. There's gonna be a lot of that in this. This is... Oh my goodness, I'm stalling so hard. Just shut up and read it. Okay, we're doing it. It's happening right now. Alright. Here we go. Jesus. I'm smiling so bad. I am definitely reconsidering my life choices. I don't know what gave me to this position, but I'm here now. So, I bet this as soon as I start reading it, I'm actually going to lock in. Okay, here we go. I had to cross my legs. Now we got this. Okay. It's so awkward. It's just so quiet, and I'm just going to be reading this out loud. Okay, I'm stalling too much. I should actually start reading it. Get back to opera. Okay, I'm just gonna go for it, I guess. In Congress, July 4th, 1776, the unanimous declaration of the 13th United States of America, when the course of human events it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and let to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station which the laws of nature and nature's God entitle them. A decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare in causes which impel them to the separation. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, and that they are endowed by their Creator with certain and unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, delivering their just powers from consistent of the governed, that whenever any form of government becomes destructive to these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or abolish it, and to institute a new government, laying its foundation on such principles that in organizing its powers in such a form that to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Prejudice, indeed, will dictate that governments long established should not be changed for light and transcendent causes, and accordingly all experience hath shown that mankind are more disposed to suffer, while evils are sufferable, than to right themselves by abolishing the forms of which they are accustomed. But when the long train of abuses and usurpations, pursuing invariably the same object, evinces a design to reduce them under the absolute despotism, I don't know what that word is, it is their right, it is their duty, to throw off such government and provide new guards for this future security. Such has been the patient suffrage of these colonies, and such is now the necessary which constrains them to alter their former systems of government. The history of the present King of Great Britain, and the history of repeated injuries and usurpations, all having to indirect object the establishment of an absolute tyranny over these states. To prove this, let facts be submitted to a candid word. Okay, well, I have the first part done. He has refused his assent to laws, the most wholesome and necessary for the public good. He has forbidden his governors to pass laws of immediate and pressing importance, unless suspended in their own operation until his absence should be obtained, and when so suspended, he has utterly neglected to attend to them. He has refused to pass other laws for the accommodation of large districts of people, unless those people would relinquish the right of representation in the legislature, a right inestimable to them and formidable to tyrants only. He has called together legislative bodies at places unusual, uncomfortable, and distant from the depository of their public records for the sole purpose of fatiguing them into compliance with his measures. He has dissolved representative houses repeatedly for opposing with manly firmness and evasion of the rights of the people. He has refused for a long time, after such delusions, to cause others to be elected, whereby the legislative powers, incapable of annihilation, have returned to the people at large for their exercise. The state remaining in the meantime exposed all the dangers of invasion from without and cultivation within. He has endeavored to prevent the population of these United States, for they have purpose of obstructing the laws for naturalization for foreigners, refusing to pass others to encourage their migrations. I don't know what that word is, hither, and raising the conditions of new appropriations of lands. I probably should have read this beforehand, to be honest with you. No, whatever. I'm here now. He has obstructed the administration of justice by refusing his assent to laws for establishing judiciary powers. He has made judges dependent on his will alone for the tenure of their offices, and should amount to the payment of their salaries. He has erected a multitude of new offices and set hither swarms of officers to harass our people and eat out their substance. He has kept among us in times of peace standing armies without constitution of our legislators. He has affected to render the military independent and superior to the civil power. He has combined with others to subject us to jurisdiction foreign to our constitution and unacknowledged by our laws, giving his assent to their acts, pretended legislation, for quartering large bodies of armed troops among us, for protecting them by a mock trial from a punishment of any murders which they should commit on the inhabitants of these states, for cutting off our trade with all parts of the world, for imposing taxes on them without our consent, for depriving us in many cases the benefits of trial by jury, for transporting us beyond the seas to be tried in prejudiced offenses, for abolishing a free system of English laws in the neighboring province, establishing therein an arbitrary government, and enlarging its boundaries as such to render it once an example to fit instrument for introducing the same absolute rule into these colonies, for taking away our charters, for abolishing our most valuable laws, and altering fundamentally the forms of our governments, for suspending our own legislators, and declaring themselves invested with the power to legislate as us for our cases whatsoever. He has abdicated government here by declaring us out of his provocation and waging war against us. He has plundered our seas, ravaged our coasts, burnt our towns, and destroyed the lives of our people. He is, at this time, transporting large armies of foreign mercenaries to complete in the works of death. Desolation and tyranny, already begun with circumstances of cruelty and profanity scarcely propelled in the most barbarous ages, and totally unworthy in the head of a civilized nation. He has constrained our fellow citizens, taken captive on the high seas, to bear arms against their country, to become the executioners of the friends and brethren who are fallen themselves by their hands. He has excited domestic insurrections among us, and has endeavored to bring on the inhabitants of our founders, the merciless Indian savages, who known rule of warfare is an undistinguished destruction of all ages, sexes, and conditions. In every stage of these oppositions, we have petitioned for redress in the most humble terms. Our repeated petitions have been answered only by a repeated injury. A prince, whose character thus marked by every act by which to find a tyrant, is unfit to be the ruler of a free people. Nor have we been wanting attentions of our British brethren. We have warned them from time to time of attempts by the legislature to extend an unwarrantable jurisdiction over us. We have reminded them that we have appealed to their native justice and tyranny, and we have conjured them by ties of our common kindred to disavow these usurpations, which would inevitably interrupt our connections with their correspondence. They too have been deaf of the voice of justice and constituity. We must, therefore, acquaint the necessary which denounces our separation, and hold them, as we hold the rest of mankind, enemies in war, in peace, friends. We, therefore, the representatives of the United States of America in General Congress, assembled, appealing to the Supreme Judge of the world, of the reclute of our intentions to do, in the name and by authority of the good people of the colonies, solemnly, publicly, and declare that these United States colonies are, and of the right to ought to be, free and independent states, that they are absolved from all allegiance to the British Crown, and that all political connection between them and the state of Great Britain ought to be totally dissolved, and that as free and independent states, they have full power to levy war, conclude peace, contract allies, establish commerce, and do all the other acts and things which an independent state may have the right to do. And for the support of this declaration, with a firm reliance on protection of the divine providence, we mutually pledge for each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor. I did it. Hooray. Well, it appears that I minimized it, that's why. Said the wrong word like a couple of times, I can't blame you. I do not care. There was a couple where I saw that I said the wrong word, but at the same time, I did not care. This was absolute cinema. The funny thing is, I used to have a huge stuttering problem, but it's kind of not that bad anymore. I still kind of stutter sometimes, but it would used to be way worse than this. I definitely should have proofread this beforehand. I'll tell you that much. Well, guess I should probably do what I said I was gonna do and really just read that and then end stream again. A good me just reading the Declaration of Independence. Well, stalling for like half of it, I guess. Goodness gracious. Okay, anyway, I'm going to end this stream here. What a great learning experience. This was a great learning experience. You should use this for all of your history classes. Totally. Okay, anyways, I'm probably gonna end this and figure out what I'm gonna do for the rest. Actually, I'll probably just go to sleep. I should probably just go to sleep. I think that'd be a good idea. Let's turn that on. Well, I'm not really sure what to make of that, but I did it. I mean, like, I have literally nothing to do. There we go. Hold on, wait. That's where it used to be. Sleep might not be a bad idea. Yeah, it is like 1:20 in the morning and school. I gotta be up in 5 hours. That's a problem. Anyway, yeah, we should both probably go to sleep. Yeah. Well, this was definitely a fun experience. Thank you for showing up to me reading the entirety of the Declaration of Independence, ASMR style. Honey, John just read the Declaration of Independence. I did just do that. Okay. Anyways, I'm probably gonna go to bed now. Good night, Dusty. I love you. Mwah.